Howdy folks, welcome to Katie Phillips Scrapbook Designs. I'm Katie, and today we're working on pages 2 and 3 in the Our Happy Place mini album. For this album, we're using the Harvest Meadow collection by Recollections. For this album, for this page, we're going to do 2 mirrored pages. And let's go over the base page cardstock first. So for that, we're going to need the base page for page number 3, and that is 7 by 6. We're going to score the 7-inch side at 6.5 and 6 1/4. We have 2 belly bands. They are 3 by 7. We're going to score the 7-inch side at 1/2 inch, fold that under, and score again at 6 inches. We have 2 pockets. They are 4 by 3.5. We're going to score the 4-inch side at 1/2 inch, fold that under, and score at 3 inches. And the 3.5-inch side, we're going to score at 3 inches. And we have a pair of 4 by 2 pieces, and we are going to score the 4-inch side at 2 inches. For solid cardstock, we've got 2 6 1/8 by 5 7/8 inch base mats, 2 2 7/8 by 5 7/8 by 5 7/8 belly band mats, 2 2 7/8 inch squared pocket mats, and 2 1 7/8 inch squared flat mats. For pattern paper, we have 2 6 by 5 3/4 inch mats for the base page, 2 2 3/4 by 5 3/4 inch mats for the belly bands, 2 2 3/4 inch squared mats for the pockets, and 2 1 3/4 inch squared mats for the flaps. So I'm going to set the solid cardstock and pattern paper aside for a sec. I'm going to grab my scoreboard and I'm going to start scoring everything. Okay, so the first thing that I want to do, I'll set the base page aside for a sec. I want to add the belly band to the second base mat, so the pattern paper base mats. Just because if You could mount the pattern paper to the solid cardstock and then wrap the belly band around both of them. That's going to add a little extra bulk under the belly band that I don't want. So I'm going to wrap the belly band around the pattern paper mat instead, and then mount it to the base mat. So I'm going to do that for both sides. And because this is going to be supporting a pocket and probably some inserts, which I haven't designed yet, but I definitely want to use glue for this. And I want to make sure that I've got the 6-inch side. Yes, that's the 6-inch side. And I'm just going to center it side to side and top to bottom. Pull that over and press down. And another reason to use glue is if you mess that part up, then it's going to be easier to fix that. So if you accidentally glue it the wrong direction, because there is only a 1/4 of an inch difference in the dimensions, so it's sometimes hard to see which one is which. And it's also really off center. So I'm going to scoot that over a smidge and press it back down. It's also visibly crooked. Don't know how that happened. That is quite a bit better. Fingers are covered in glue, but that looks a lot better. Still a little crooked. Okay, we're going to repeat that process, hopefully with less having to fix it for the other page. Again, I'm going to make sure that I've got the long side here. Yep, that's the long side. And if you really wanted to make sure you were perfectly centered, you could always draw a line down the center at the 3-inch mark and the 1.5-inch mark on the belly band. And just line those two up. I'm not going to be that particular. Reasonably centered, reasonably straight. Now we're ready to add the belly band mats. Now I'm going to go ahead and add these to the base page. Right, now we're going to start on the pockets, and I did cut 2 more pieces at 2 7/8 inch squared, and we are going to wrap the pockets around those pieces just so that when sliding inserts in and out, it'll be easier. The inserts won't catch on this bottom tab here. They'll just slide in and out easily. So in order to create the pocket, first we're going to add double-sided tape around the 3 tabs on each of the pockets. So there's 1, 2, 3 tabs. Give that a good burnish. And we're going to clip off these corners where the score lines intersect. And I'm not going to clip through the corner. I'm clipping just past the edge of the corner. If you clip too close to the corner, then there'll be like a little hole there in the corner, which you don't want. And now I'm going to bring this pattern paper down to that bottom score line and center it between the 2 top score lines. That way there's like a little bit of a lip right here, so it won't be really visible when the pocket is on top of the belly band. I'm going to fold that over. And then fold all 3 over and give those a good burnish. And now we're going to add the mat. Well, both of the mats. So the mats are going to be partially supporting another element. So we're going to use glue. Just because it's a little stronger than the double-sided tape. And that is the 2 7/8 inch squared solid cardstock. And here is the 2 3/4 inch pattern paper. And we're adding glue to the back all the way around the 3 tabs. And we're going to center this top to bottom, and it's going to go right up to the edges of the belly band because it's the same width as the belly band. And press down. And we're going to repeat that for the other page and the other pocket. I didn't mention when I was putting that pocket on, but for page number 3, it's important that the spine tab be on the left. For page number 2, it's important that the spine tab be on the right. Now we have the last pieces to assemble, and that is the 2 flaps. For these, I want to add magnets for closure. You could easily do a ribbon closure. And this closure is going to be pretty easy to do. So I'm going to take one magnet and tape it down. And drop the second magnet on top. Tape that down. This is going to be the front of the flap. And that's going to be the front of that flap. So what I don't want to do is I don't want these 2 flaps sticking to each other. So this is going to be one of the rare instances where I'm going to drop it down just to figure out which pole is which. And then I'm going to transfer that over just like that. Since it wants to roll off, I'm just going to do that. And now these 2, they are actually repelling each other. It's sticking when it gets close to the other magnet behind it, but these 2 magnets here are repelling each other. So that's the front, that's the front. We're going to go ahead and mat the front so that we don't lose track of what is the front. There's also going to be like 4 layers of paper in between all of these magnets. Now it's time to add these into the album. Pull that release paper, add some glue here. A little bit overzealous with the glue right there. And just glue that down to the center of the pocket. That way, we're going to make sure this one opens the other way. Okay, that is it for pages 2 and 3. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to my channel for more mini album related content. Most of the time, I put out new videos every Tuesday and Friday. For the moment, I'm only putting out new videos every Friday, but they will always be mini album related content. And if you have any questions, leave me a comment in the comment section down below. I'm going to leave links to all the materials that I can find online, plus the cut list for these 2 pages in the description box down below. We'll see you guys next time. Bye.